Every person who owns a vehicle of any sort, whether it's a bike or it's a vehicle or a truck, tractor, etc., that is available in the state, faces some issue regarding their tire, to be precise, tire pressure. So, what could be these problems that the person faces? They could be overinflated tires, underinflated tires, reduced handling of the vehicles. Sometimes there are car blowouts, and sometimes there is reduced fuel efficiency. So, the question is, how can we solve these problems that a person faces? You do not need to worry about it, because to solve these problems there are some solutions there. That can be to have a correct tire pressure in the tire that your vehicle uses, or it can be to increase the lifespan of a tire. Sometimes it is to make it convenient for a human to solve the problem, and this all can be done through a machine called automatic tire inflation system. So the automatic tire inflation system have three main objectives. Those main objectives are to give the person the right tire pressure with increased tire lifespan and a convenient method.
So now I am going to explain the prototype that we have made. So this is our prototype. So first of all, we have taken a tire, and we have selected a Dunlop tire which has a specification 2.50-16, and ply rating is 4, and diameter of this tire is 545 millimeter, and width of the tire is 60 millimeter. To support this tire, we have selected a shaft of mild steel which has grade A36, and the length of this shaft is 50 centimeter, and the cross section of the shaft is circular, which of diameter to 20 millimeter. And to support this shaft on the frame, we have taken a pillow bearing which is UCP 204, and the cross section and the diameter of this pillow bearing is 20 millimeter. To rotate the tire, we have selected a motor, and the motor is Viper motor of 12 volt and 150 watt. Then we applied 2 gears on the shaft and on the motor to transmit the power through chain gear mechanism. And number of teeth on this gear is 16, and on this is 18. And we have taken a 12 volt battery to supply the power, and a 12 volt compressor to supply the air pressure, and maximum limit of this compressor is 150 psi. And to monitor the pressure, we have taken a pressure control switch which would monitor the pressure continuously in the tire, and it would cut off the compressor if the pressure in the tire would exceed a certain limit, and it would automatically start the compressor if the pressure in the tire would be lower than a specific limit. So to supply the air, we have selected the PU pipes because it has a high flexibility, and it has very high corrosion resistance. And we have made the connection through a T hose. One pipe is going into the sensor, another is going into the compressor, and one side of the pipe is connected with the tire by using a hose. As you can see in this tire, a hose is connected to supply the air. And we have selected a frame of mild steel to support all these components, and the specification of these frame are the height of the frame is 25 centimeter, and length and breadth are 60 centimeter, and it is of square cross section and the dimension of the frame of a cross section is 1 by 1 inch.
So these two wires that I'm holding right now, these two emerges right from the Viper motor and needs to be connected with the 12 volt battery. And when they are connected, when these two wires are connected, our tire will start to rotate in the clockwise direction. Now, these two wires are emerging from the compressor itself. When these wires are connected with the 12 volt battery, with the same 12 volt battery with which we have connected the wiper motor, the compressor will start to do its work. This work will be continuously provide with the air pressure to the tire until and unless the maximum tire pressure has been reached. If these two tires work in unison, our tire will be rotating as well as the compressor will be providing the tire with the maximum tire pressure that needs to be provided. So, when these four wires are connected to the 12 volt battery, we will see our whole automatic tire inflation system working together with one another. Each component will be working with one another when the whole setup, when the whole circuit is connected with one another. So, here we go. After you have seen the work of the wiper motor and the compressor working together with one another while the tire was rotating, with the help of pressure switch control, the indication to the compressor had been given and a maximum of 35 or rather 1.2 bar of pressure has been provided to our tire, and that 1.2 bar pressure was the maximum